Oh, sorry. Were you expecting big content creator energy? I hope that I wouldn't have to revisit this big pile of shit, but considering my In Another World as a vending machine video is on hiatus during my copyright prison arc, I figured I'd just risk it all. Put my entire channel's hopes on a Japanese corporation not to strike me. Why? Because fuck it, we ball. Coming back to Fruit of Evolution is a bit like revisiting past trauma with your therapist. Let's give you a quick little recap from what I remember. Most of it confined to the basest part of my primate brain, the same part that represses the shock of seeing your chief foraging buddy being mauled to death by a saber-toothed tiger. Smelly Twat is Smelly Twat because his power is body odour, and that's not a joke. He eats a special fruit that makes him effectively an immortal god. He meets a gorilla who I assume he claps cheeks like Tarzan, and I named her Harambe-chan. Then they just piss about for 11 more episodes, adding this one, who I forgot, and Carrot the horse. Then, in the last episode of the season, he's asked to teach at the school that we've been intermittently boring ourselves with. Nothing happens, and that is not an exaggeration. The lack of overall plot is quite frankly staggering. I'd settle for an episode where he gets treated for testes torsion, which for those that don't know, is when your nuts go whoop. I may rename most characters. Why? Because I do what I want. We start with Smelly Twat showing off the larger animation budget. I think a 50p and a ham sandwich could have drastically improved the budget from what we saw last time, so I guess it's a positive. This one I've decided to call Twink. And, oh, fuck yeah, he stabs him. Let's fucking go! Yes, Twink! Oh, my boy! Harambe-chan ruins the fun and saves him. Twink handled these blows like Gypsy Joe, and that's a very, very niche reference that I don't think anyone will get, and if you do, I will be well impressed. Twink, then shockingly, Twink kills Harambe-chan. Her resume for the Cincinnati Zoo response team looking very strong. He wakes up from what I think was the beginning of a wet dream, and it's all revealed not to be real. That's the most emblematic metaphor for this show that I could have possibly come up with, teasing the concept of something interesting before splooging into a towel and crying itself to sleep. I forgot about Catgirl, who I've named Furball. Oh, the Magical Academy. I don't think they've done any background checks into Smelly Twat, as I'm fairly sure he'd fail. They ooh and ah. Exactly what I would do if Smelly Twat was burned at the stake. Oh yeah, the students from class whatever the fuck. Apparently, they are his friends, despite never helping him with his bullying or making any attempt to find him in this new world. I decided to call them on account of Smelly Twat being present. That is some kind of special needs class, and it's a statement I stand by. Future Wolf here. There was a bunch of guys and a few big old meanies in the first season who were a part of this class, but it appears they got retconned out of existence, like the Epstein client list. She's like, oh, a nostalgic smell, like petrol. This confirms that he still fucking stinks. I'd like to clarify, like I did in the first video, that this isn't the result of him having naturally high BO, but simply doesn't wash himself. Smelly Twat is completely aware of this and continues to do so. He also has a spell that allows him to instantly clean himself at any time and still refuses to fucking do it. To be fair, the majority of his harem are animals, used to frolicking in their own shit, except this one, who I must assume has decimated her sense of smell with an ongoing cocaine habit. Ergo, she is called Cokehead from henceforth. Wizard guys like, oh, so many royals are here, and the otherworld students. I would just tell them no, I won't teach my bullies. Fuck 'em. There's no end to their quarrelling, the normal students and the earthlings. Work with the normal students to make them level with the hero candidates. Harambe-chan and Carrot are going to be students. This presented another problem as Carrot is just a young donkey, but Harambe-chan is a full-grown gorilla. I decided to do some very risky research, wondering at what point gorillas become sexually active, and apparently it's between 12 to 15 years old. The only positive I had for Smelly Twat is that he doesn't appear to be a paedophile, but that looks like it's going to change. Japanese high school is 7 to 18, so, I got my eye on you. Cokehead is made the adventuring teacher, what all cokeheads think of themselves as at parties. Furball is a teaching assistant. Teaching assistants at my school just help certain people with dyslexia and the like. I certainly wouldn't accept Catgirl, hitting her with a spray bottle if she tried to correct me on my spelling.
Get away! Get away! Get away! Get away, beast!
Oh, they gush over what I think is a 9-year-old, so fuck these guys. We get a mopey recap, which I decided to skip. He decides to break the fourth wall and says, oh, I may just need to watch the first season again. To me, that would be like a mystical ghost making me relive the time I shit myself in primary school, except this time, no one's laughing. This show calls itself a comedy in the same way that you could call smoking bath salts a relaxing buzz. Smelly Twat has some strange cowlick on his head, I assume pointing in the direction of the nearest bath to avoid. Headmaster literally goes bouncy bouncy at her tits.
No. Want to bounce a bouncy? Boy, boy, boy.
15 minutes into episode 1 and I want to fucking die. My family's decided that all tables with edged points must be wrapped with bubble wrap lest I launch my head into it. She's the former teacher of Class F, but she just couldn't push them to their learning potential. They're such problem children. What will you do, Smelly Twat? Wolf School was very different to this. And why do we hunt children?
Because they're weak and they won't be missed. Because they're weak and they won't be missed.
Oh hey, I'm your new teacher, and I'm fucking the new transfer student, by the way. If a kid pranked me by dropping something onto my head, you better believe, like a Victorian matron, I'd send them straight to the workhouse to crawl under machinery. Here's the gifted kids: shithead, bughead, bearhead, and dickhead. We cut away to evil dude who's like, hee hee hoo. Oh yeah, there's a devil army or some shit, I actually forgot. These two apparently say that they're going to go there, and I'll be real with you, I quite frankly don't give a shit. Intermittently, I'm going to fade into a dancing dog in moments where I completely zone out. Smelly Twat is very much not British, entering what we call the prime headbutt zone, which, if you're wondering, is a 6-foot radius around us at all times. This actually made adapting to social distancing quite easy during COVID. Apparently beating children is fine at this school. Not bad. Maybe it won't be all terrible. Bear Guy's my favourite, as he doesn't talk. This freak is tracking Smelly Twat by scent like a police dog. She's the only member of the Earthling class who's remained in the cast, probably because you couldn't draw shit like novel covers of the rest. I think what they're getting at is that she's smelling pheromones, rather than his copious amounts of smegma and mouth sick. She says you can do anything with enough spirit. Give me an idea if this gets any shitter. Stop turning into a gorilla, they say, which is what I get told during sex. He has to test their practical abilities, so I hope he just smokes these bozos. Not a fan of these JoJo references. Stop mooching off other anime and get your own shit. Remember that Smelly Twat nuked the demon army, so these dorks wanting to run the fade is quite interesting. This class has a nickname, the Dropout Corps. We have the rich prince guy turn up to try and mac on Harambe-chan, and we get the very usual, I'm better than you peasants, and I'm going to prove it at the class competition. The class competition obviously won't have a conclusion, because Smelly Twat will step in, watch. Bughead wants a piece of this dumb clerk, and he's like, I'm not going to use any magic at the Magic Academy. None of whom have at this point shown that they can use magic. The demons meet up, and they're like, oh, I haven't seen the murder princess. And she's like, oh, I haven't seen your deliverance magic in a while. Oh, fucking hell. Here's that dog I promised. Oh, an international relations lecture. Didn't realise I was doing wank news again. A hidden part of my catalogue for you TikTokers. Smelly Twat battles Bughead, and she gets all upset, being like, you should use your full power against me. To which I, at that point, would have turned her into radioactive dust, making the training grounds completely inhospitable to human life, like the elephant's foot in Chernobyl. Intro song review. Surprisingly, not total shit. The drummer, fully aware of his role as the carry of the squad, like me on Rematch. He hits her with fucking Slip from In Another World on my smartphone, and just gropes her tit. Bat Guy rightfully comes in to Negan his brains on the floor. They decide to have a strategy meeting, which amounts to just shouting at each other. Poohhead not taking the loss well. Oh, I was right. None of them can use magic. Smelly Twat activates World Vision, his primary paedophile ability. And he's like, your magic activation has been prevented. What I say is the centre back. Should I 2-foot tackle the striker's legs out back in PE? They are in a magic school with no magic, which honestly feels like the fault of admissions. He's like, I'm going to save you all. And she, unironically, says, his mother raised him right.
Work together. We can prove what you're really capable of. I believe in all of you.
His mother raised him right.
which was in no way a joke, but was easily the funniest moment of the series yet. Poohhead is like, what are you going to do? Use your godlike powers to activate our magic with a mere touch of your hand? Yeah, looks like it. In the first video, he used free the slaves magic by using Abraham Lincoln, prompting me to summon Hitler magic to repeatedly shoot him. Here comes a new person. Oh, it's Abe again. How boring. For a moment, I thought that the whole point would be training these fuck-ups to win the dance-off or whatever, without using any magic, and earning the respect of their peers. But no, what they really needed was a fat knobhead with a god complex to fix them. Their tum-tums glow, and they activate magic. Bughead, I thought, was Sailor Mooning herself, revealing their true potential. Here's a reference I didn't get, nor will attempt to learn. Fuck off with the JoJo references, please. It's not a reference if you just repeatedly copy a better art style. Smelly Twat wastes an entire arc's worth of character development by just fixing everything instantly. They say that he's the best teacher, despite not actually teaching anything. Police dog, as I've named her, sniffs cokehead, but not her key, where she usually has remnants from the last bump she snorted.
There it is again, his sweet and savory man mist. But why? Why is this smell coming from every pore on the back of your undeserving body?
What the fuck is this?
Why is his smell carrying down onto your body? Onto your waist? My favourite of the crew is Furball, as she's the least annoying by a long way. Police dog finally zeroes in on him, like a kilo of weed stored in a car door.
Is that you, smelly twat?
Ugh, where's the dog? The demons show up, hopefully to kill everyone. Stop messing with our anti-demon barrier, you harlot. She uses Sin Cara Jutsu to take over the guard's brains. Honestly, I was expecting far worse so far, doing the whole, oh, he's going to teach us, but he's our age power fantasy thing, and it's completely overplayed, but at least it's something. A bit like eating bark when you're starving. I once taught people my own age once. They asked me why I was such a loser, and I told them about Dynasty Warriors 2. They're like, oh, whoa, over a hug. A cultural Japanese thing as I see it a lot. I used to get hugs at school by these few girls. I know you won't believe me, but true story. It turns out that they just really liked the smell of my cheap Ferrari red spray. They told me to bring it in one day, so I took it to school, and they stole it, and never hugged me again.
What's the deal? You have me in Thoria. Is that not enough for you?
The voice actor here deserves death. That is all. I think he genuinely does have pheromones like some sort of bee. Whose woman stenches on you? Oh, a Dragon Ball reference. Brilliant. They all talk about what they love about Smelly Twat, and it's literally unbearable. He's like, please stop. Yeah, same here.
Smelly Twat saved me once. Violence isn't the answer. It's against school rules.
Get off! Violence isn't the answer. It's against school rules.
What a fucking dork. Throw me that bag so I can join in. This, what I think is a 35-year-old man, joins in on kicking him in his enormous head, which I assume is some sort of genetic condition. She's all bashful and proceeds to do nothing about his bullying for years. The end. Smelly Twat talks about his parents to her, and she's like, he was lying. His parents died in an accident. They decided to veer wildly into a truck after the DNA test there opened confirmed that he was indeed theirs.
Violence is wrong. It isn't the answer,
says the guy who's been using magic to annihilate everyone he's ever met. He's like, this was what I was before I came here. And they're like, ew, gross. I'd have big respect for this reveal if he stays in his true form for the rest of the show, but I bet he won't. Oh, no, he's back. Fuck's sake. She says she's going to cut off ties with him so it won't cause him any problems, which was my written recommendation to her. They were going to hide his affiliation as an Earthling until he sees the slave bracelet. And he's like, magic, appraise, a slave bracelet. His fruit magic goes weird and he sounds like me after getting up too quickly and putting my back out. His Conqueror's Haki, which I've named Conqueror's Crappy, activates and everyone feels it. The black sperm appears, and Harambe-chan pulls him back from the edge, whereas I'd rather she pushed him. Isn't it crazy how a sliver of plot makes a show remarkably better? Oh no, never mind, we get some waffle. Wizard guy shows up and is like, the Kaiser Empire is bent on world domination. He's like, what role will you play in the harem? and she says big sister instead of jungle or solo. They have had this big plan to use the chaos of the slave bracelets to cause the revival of negative energy. I think they should have just listened to me talk about this shit. The devils, who kind of just arrived earlier with very little foreshadowing, are like, what a shit plan, we're just going to do our own thing. I feel like in real life, someone just went to the author and was like, okay, so, yeah, you know the story you had? Well, the manga is actually selling. Yeah, I know, right? People will literally buy anything with an anime girl on it. So instead, how about doing something with the story? Yeah, good talk. Get to work. Oh, by the way, you're not funny, so how about just adding JoJo cutaways? He is again like, violence isn't the answer, which sadly, bad news all, it sometimes is. Wolf School covered this. Okay, children, when is it acceptable to savage little creatures for sustenance?
Always.
Yes, they are almost ready. I like this setup for battles, combatants, and then side characters for commentary. Oh, here's a generic confrontation before the competition, as he's wrapped up like a Quality Street chocolate. Make me stronger, teacher. Have you tried creatine? They have a bar scene for the girls to queef over. I'm told that's what women do when they're aroused. Apparently, Smelly Twat has a massive knob, which I don't believe. Big penises are manifested rather than grown. Everyone knows that. Weirdly, teachers bathing with children is normal here, and it's never addressed. The devils piss around having a lovely time. Oh, it's Twink. Oh, what's good, dog? Looking forward to you killing everyone. Big fan of your work, by the way. It's school battle time. Smelly Twat is missing, as he's having a massive poo, and that isn't a joke. The two princes face off, an R&B legend versus a suspected paedophile. The match is interrupted by devils, as we needed Smelly Twat for plot reasons to not be here, so the side characters can all be defeated in turn, and then he can arrive and defeat them both instantly. See, I told you earlier there'll be no finish. 2 people actually die, which surprised me. I couldn't be more on the devil's side here if I tried. I'm there with the rest of the boys in the stands.
Oh, demons will win, they're creatures of sin, as we lay in our pride.
They reluctantly work together, forming the worst-looking D&D party I've ever seen. He gets brollied and blocks it. You used defense magic because you were attacked. Fucking hell. She makes the same noise as I do as I climax. And they see her burned face. It's honestly not that bad. I was expecting something awful. It just looks like she kind of overdid the blush today. The mask conceals her true power. Their teacher uses her book as a boomerang, like some kind of Australian. The demon woman starts sin-caraing the students. They are like, where are you, sensei? Who, need I remind you, is still shitting. She gets hit with the, you're a bad educator. I bet Ofsted will give you a bad rating. And it's enough to rattle her to her core. The teacher is like, I should be punished for not bringing out your talents like Smelly Twat did. Which is completely bollocks, as Smelly Twat has reality-bending powers, so that's not exactly fair. Thanks to her strict teaching prowess, he breaks free. This is shit. Bring the dog back, and this time, it's salsa. We get the most anticlimactic fight I've ever seen. They really did blow the animation budget in the 5-minute prologue. Yes, I know, I am prophetic in my wisdom. The other demon is like, I'm still here, by the way, and they just ignore him. It's interesting how the second they can't rely on tropes, it immediately falls apart. Would you forsake a fellow apostle? You aren't a real apostle. Nani? You lack the piss-coloured tattoo required.
What did you do to our teacher?
I think he kicked her in the head, stupid. Stay away, students. He's too strong. Here comes a wank monologue about the responsibility of educators. Just watch. She throws off her glasses, so I presume the rest of the fight looks like this. They tried to jump Demon Guy, which is bullshit. People can't fight fair these days, always pulling guns and such. I remember when the streets were real. I reckon they used this barrier thing because they were too lazy to draw the crowd behind them. It's my job as an educator. Oh, right again. And yes, I am going to open up a future reading business. The animation is fucking awful. Oh, it's Mr. Shit-His-Pants. How these two are down here is a mystery, as everyone was supposedly trapped in different rings, so I think they just forgot. He activates his Sharon wank and stage lighting jutsu. He gets one shot into Sauron's eye and it's over. Minimal animation budget required. They also showed earlier they can't see outside the barrier, but fuck me, I suppose. Not since I'm Standing on a Million Lives have we seen such storytelling incompetence. It's remarkable how quickly it turned from this is a big improvement to this fucking sucks, even worse than before. Yeah, I am genuinely getting angry. It's like getting average head, but then they start getting all toothy towards the end, like a horse or cheese grater. The demons, including Not Diablo from Reincarnated as a Slime, and Not Magic Head Teacher from Blue Exorcist. Demon Guy comes back as a ghost with seeming no reason or build-up. This dumbass jumping in the way like, "Get down, Mr. President!" I had hoped for this next episode, as it's called Smelly Twat Dies. I began preparing balloons in the wolf cave. They all cry for him, and no one mentions the other girl who got blammed with him. They tease me with a "the end" screen, and I got all excited. He gets sent to Isekai Afterlife, and she's like, "It's me, don't you remember?" They just give up on the plot and break the fourth wall. "You're the protagonist, you can't die now." They have a quiz part of the afterlife, and I have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Oh, it was back in middle school.
Oh, here we go.
You picked up my chopstick, and from there, I have always loved you.
Oh, boy do I feel like a fool. I feel like I've been picking up women wrong the whole time.
Madam, may I interest you in a spoon?
There's a bunch of massive retcons going on here from our glimpse into his school life. A, he didn't look like this, and B, he was never thoughtful or constructive. He just got nosebleeds and liked tits, and that was about the extent of his character. You can't try giving him nuance now. He's a fucking loser. Deal with it. Here's how they could have done it. Have him be a weird, smelly loser, but his experiences made him realise he was just a creep. And when he actually talks to women, he realised that they weren't just objects, and shock horror, you're not going to believe this, but people. Oh, and they even have the vote. And then no, you don't have the popular girl all of a sudden sniffing him out like someone from Leeds Uni sensing ketamine. Mainly because she showed him absolutely no interest in him in the first season at all. So clearly they were just running low on the harem quota and thought they'd speed up the process. Wow, smelly twat, you made some positive developments in life. You've looked past the superficial nature of beauty and realised with your own physical change that you're still, at your very core, a human with a heart. Now, when reenacting with people from your old world, they are proud of your development. The author said, "How about fuck off? No." Proving my insight and quite frankly scary predictive abilities of the writing. The narrator was like, she thought you were a creeper until you said she was cute, and now she likes you. This, I'm fairly sure, is a different girl. I'm not exactly prime breeding material, I assure you, but even I know that simply complimenting people and expecting them to like you is dull. Here's a page from the great book of wolf wisdom. Ladies, please, try your best to imagine this. If my balls were empty, would I talk to this person? You would be stunned how precedent and groundbreaking this is. I whipped this out when I was 15 at lunch, and the amount of stunned silence it created was harrowing. People thought someone had died. If the answer is no, then stop wasting their time. If the answer is yes, consider why. Is it just attraction? Is it hobbies? Is it interests? Or is it just the idea of them that attracts you, rather than them themselves? If you suspect that's the case, then interact with them like a normal person, you creep. And hey, you may discover things about them that you may like or dislike. Stunning revelation, I'm sure. Anyway, back to this bag of dicks. They skip the underworld test, thankfully. The collection of sex offenders known as the Guild get together, and no, that's not an exaggeration.
This has been a long time coming. I hope you'll celebrate with me. This is our chance to restore stability, to reclaim our smiles and move forward.
The Demon Queen wants to forge an alliance with the human queendom.
The demon guy wisely says, "Little girl, you should stay away from these people."
I think you would be wise to stay as far away from him as possible.
Oh, the rapists are back. That's not a joke, by the way. He's related to that guy in Season 1 who tried to do it to Smelly Twat. It's some sort of gay joke, and it's not funny. I decided to not pay attention to any of this, trying to think of a far better gay joke. I didn't think of a good one, as it just wasn't suitable. Come on, guys. You get it? Oh, okay. Smelly Twat gets fucked in the ass, I believe, and we get a shit Fist of the North Star reference. Dog, get back in here.
Shake, Sinora, shake your body liner. Shake, shake, shake.
They say outright that this was a waste of an episode, and the narrator says we must see our hero overcome trials. Therefore, I began to prepare a cross to crucify him on, a litre of battery acid, and a funnel. Oh, Blue Girl, who I've named Prime Energy, is like Master, come back. And Claire's gives an evil smile. Smelly Twat should be the witness of the alliance. Why? They begin open auditions for the guild, and they go to their nearest protective custody prison to recruit. There was this one guy that they really wanted for the sex offender guild, but when they checked on him to see what happened, there was a minute missing in the footage. There's no way these guys run background checks. The Demon King of Wives, 'twas quite the welcome. Oh, Night Guy's back, and he overhears evil plan, which is just shouted out in a public place. Also, this is a different dude from Season 1. He sets off on his horsey, while the Emperor is apparently a good guy, whereas in the first season, he was in league with the evil guy, I think. And no, I'm not fucking going back and checking. You can do it. Twink shows up and does battle, and jobs this guy out, using decay magic. Twink is my favourite character, as they are actually driving the plot forward and getting us ever closer to the end. Oh, for fuck's sake, just die and get this over with. Prime Energy comes in to save him. The problem is that they've made Smelly Twat as threatening as a pile of chocolate to a dog, as he's just too strong to have a normal battle, so the scaling with everyone around him is completely fucked. We get a sad flashback thing out of nowhere, and I tuned out entirely. I began watching sumo clips instead, and now, so will you. They are just bickering and they get told off by Demon Guy, and at this point the plot has completely gone off the rails. They capture their handprint like a Hollywood starlet. Oh, so I was right, and she is a completely different person. They leave the less important harem members, and Police Dog is very suspicious. It's easy to know that he's a shapeshifter, as he walks away like someone who's had their first protein shake. Oh, he has the power to copy their specs, like an optician, I think. Oh, a name. I don't care too much about this one, so I don't think I will. She tries to murder Carrot, who's so dumb that she doesn't even realise. This dumb Clark falling for her. Mother, father, why did you not love me? She says that food tastes better when shared with friends. I will tell you flat out now that if anyone tried to eat some of my cream eggs, then I'd air you out. That's not a threat. I really mean that. Someone has never held an umbrella for me. Sad flashback. Oh, please, Cokehead, just smash this fucking idiot's head in. I can't handle another piano solo. Harambe-chan is like, who's this? And oh, it's Twink. She seems to be having doubts about killing Harambe-chan and Smelly Twat. And I tell you what, I won't stand for it. I'll be like a boxing coach in the corner between rounds. Hey, listen up, kid. Spit in the bucket. Get some fluids in you. That was a tough round, but you stuck it out. You're hesitating out there. Champions don't hesitate. I don't know what that voice was. Feel free to guess. Why they aren't immediately suspicious of this vampire-looking motherfucker, I'm not sure.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I am.
Dickhead. Fuck him up, Twink. Ginger Doppelganger or whatever he's called tries to riz Cokehead up, and she's like, oh, you bucker, and punches him. Yawn, flashback, dancing dog. He does a very good job copying Smelly Twat by playing the big pussy part really well. He decides to spend some more time as Smelly Twat, something I'd rather receive a firing squad for instead. He activates the Sharon wank and scares away the monster. The police dog turns up and is like, you can't fool me, you smell too fresh to be Smelly Twat. An actual plot point and not me having a laugh. Dinger the Goopelganger is like, aha, it is me, Ganger the Dibblegooner. I have learned to love you all, so I must say goodbye. Later, alligators. A quote, sadly. Police dog says I can smell the potential on you. Don't let me down. I fear if she met me, then she'll be struck incredibly hard by the sense of my sheer raw sex appeal and frothing rage. He bounces and is like, bye nerds, I'm done with this demon shit, and he's just killed by not Diablo. We're back with the sex offenders, and the demon double agent is like, what fools! I must bring forth the Devil King. The best thing ever happens, and one of the sex offenders dies. Oh, he's alive. Well, what's the fucking point in this then? Dog, please. I think anyone who would watch this episode freely should be taken out behind a shed and shot as an act of mercy. Oh, we're going to get another demon face turn, aren't we? Smelly Twat tells everyone about the Alliance and is like, we must fight the Great Devil Order, which is what I call the concoction of meats I load into a Subway sandwich. I realise here that I haven't given him a name, and nor will I. The sex offenders stop him and punch him when he says we aren't friends. He activates testosterone injection and they battle. I considered doing a little thing here that I foreshadowed earlier, where I do a live watch and splice in my comments as I have a drink every time something shit happens. But even my British constitution wouldn't prepare me for that level of alcohol. I'd be closer to a petrol station than a wolf afterwards. Oh, a wanky piano moment. Finally, a worthy opponent. I've always been so strong and bleh. It's another big elaborate gay joke about touching muscles, and as you'd expect, it's not very good. They scream and punch each other's. Your muscles are weeping, begging to be used for a noble cause. I reckon wanking. Oh, he's powered by friendship. Dog, get in here. Not Diablos shows up and they have a lame exchange, and he's killed. I can move across space and time, which I feel like is a major fucking plot hole, as all of this shouldn't happen, as he would have killed Smelly Twat in his base form. Never mind. Currently he's having magic dysfunction that affects half of all men. We get a wanky flashback a la I'm Standing on a Million Lives, and it even has a sepia filter. He gives her a bracelet from Claire's, and oh no, she looks just like Harambe-chan, though Twink appears to be having a crisis of confidence. I'd be very upset if I was the Devil King. All of these employees so uncommitted to the company's future. What more could they want? I gave them a cold pizza at the last Christmas do. I have summoned you all. My true motivation for inviting you to teach. I anticipated the devil's coming and brought you to this school filled with children anyway. I feel like the parents of the students who got vaporized earlier might have grounds for a solid legal case here. Those who consume the fruit of evolution must confront the devil. They don't mention Carrot here, who also ate the fruit, so I think they forgot. The gods had a battle, meh meh meh, animosity became the fruit, meh meh meh, those who eat the maximum of the fruit are affected, meh meh meh. It was I who created Twink. I showed him anime for the first time, and it was only downhill from there. Where are your parents, little boy? And he looks at a parent-sized goo splat on the floor, which made me laugh. I skip this part and watch some more sumo. Twink tries to mack on the teaching assistant like a legend. Do not do this. Twink gives her the hair clip, and it's a shitty flower one that she places on her hair. Little does she know this is a sting operation, and there's a bug in that clip to track her movements. Killua's granddad turns up and uses Dragon Dive. He uses Ice Spear, and it does nothing. The right move was using it as a spell. Here's a diagram. Ducking underneath and crushing its bollocks like one of those punching machines. The sting woman is squished, and Twink salvages police property. The sperm is back. I will keep doing this, as the gods have forsaken you. He agrees because, why, I don't have a fucking clue. He eats a fruit like me, a cream egg. Only eaten one, by the way, not even given the full 12 like the plot demands. His power gives him new clothes like a quick-change magician. I was hoping Twink would pain the shit out of the school, destroying all evidence of the tests I failed. Twink just blasts the old guy. We get the magical battle equivalent of two idiots blasting BBs at each other. The old man temporarily joins ISIS and blows himself up. Then again, it was a quick way of avoiding any more animation budget. Another decision supported by an arbitrary teleport spell that bumps the side characters away for the time being.
I've teleported you to a land of negative energy.
Newport? It's pretty lucky they didn't get to my realm of negative energy. It was essentially just a demon mosh pit.
The Great Devil gave me the anti-reincarnation spell.
The Dalai Lama will be shocked as soon as he stops tongue-kissing children. Twink is going to kill the devil. Kill all of the gods. Yeah, great idea. Try to kill the great devil who supplies you with his power and can take it away at any time. Nice one. Oh good, this is where they die in the prologue. They did it. They really did it. They did all this just to reuse the animation and save money. Just like I said. The Eye of Sauron watching intently. We still never got an explanation about who actually summoned the heroes and why they specifically didn't take Smelly Twat in the first place. I think it's just dropped.
Sorry, I'm coming.
Sorry, I'm coming.
Twink kills Harambe-chan. Will they remember her special skill of being able to talk once she's already dead?
I'm a lucky girl, getting my Rilla cheeks clapped by you on a nightly basis. Blair.
Dead. Yeah, they forgot about the skill. Awaken, she says. Awaken from this dream. Please, I'd love that. Please have this whole anime be a fever dream after I injected Persil dishwasher fluid directly into my bloodstream. Smelly Twat goes Super Saiyan, screaming like he's forcing out an abnormally large shit. Smelly Twat is shown clips from Season 1 and 2 to further save the budget.
Since I've got here, everything has gone my way.
Yeah, it's an isekai.
In this world, I truly was OP.
This got a snort of laughter from me, so hard that mucus expelled from my nostril.
This new world is all fake.
Are they trying to pull a Matrix here, or is it just bad writing? Oh, I know. Bad writing.
Be honest. You wanted to destroy your own world and everyone in it.
We have flown down the incel school shooter rails at lightning speed. Imagine how impossibly cringe it would be if the fruit of evolution, before I knew it, I had my life made, was in your manifesto. If I was your FBI agent, I'd pick it up, cry laughing, before hitting a clean fadeaway free into the bin.
Share with me. Let's destroy the world.
If he means fruit of evolution world, then I'm game.
Being bullied.
Piano music.
Being bullied was so hard.
Ugh, take it away, dog. We got 50% opacity people thanking him in turn.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fuck you.
Thanks so much, Seiichi.
Stop talking.
Your real strength is your kindness. Mine is bitterness, and we are not the same. His fruit glows blue, and honestly, what the fuck? A dance number. You know what? I'll take it. The evolution of love just fixes everyone because who gives a fuck anymore? Ultimate love beats ultimate death. I don't reckon you can outlove 9mm, but I'd love to see him try.
Why do you care for me? A horrible dickhead.
Twink is essentially Isekai Hitler, so it's a weird turn.
You mean the power of love can overcome all?
I never understood these slow dying moments. I'd already be rifling through their pockets before they're even dead. Can we please end this? I very cleverly decided to register my nationality and age as a Palestinian child so the IDF will bomb me. They have a shitnik, and thank Christ the credits roll. The bad guys, who I presume had already massacred thousands, are just let into these groups like nothing happened. We get teased another season, and I will take that as a threat. I am poured, and I will defend myself. That was fucking awful. Don't make me do it again. Like, comment, and whatever. Bye.